come around this way.
What the ticket count look in?
As many as I can get. No, probably close to 100 at least. But hopefully I can just get as many people there as possible. Kind of hard, but hoping that.
What was the reaction from the people back home when it became a reality that you were going to be there in the Final Four?
Just extremely excited for me, congratulating, and so just it's pretty surreal to be able to go play back in my home state for the Final Four nonetheless.
At what point did it sink in that you guys have reached this point?
Probably either a few hours or the next day even. It was kind of like, I even when we were on the court, I was just trying to take it all in. It was just kind of, it was unreal the way, you dream about it growing up and you're there,
What's that memory that's going to stand out of you guys getting here? What's the big play or the big moment for you guys?
I think it was just collectively throughout the year. Just the fun that we've had. You just kind of look back at the season. It started last spring, when we lost. Just kind of the grind of putting in the work day in and day out, and to be able to be at this point, one of 4 teams left.
Casey, back after you guys crushed Arizona here, Dylan made a comment in post-game about, well, if people pay attention, Coach Albin's teams get so much better throughout the year. It shouldn't be surprising to someone that we're playing this well. What do you attribute that to?
Just continuing to know that there's just so much more room for improvement. That's exactly right. In my 3 years here, we've had teams that have just didn't start out the greatest. Obviously, they just continue to get better, continue to win. And, big testament is that to Coach Altman and just him just continuing to prepare us day in and day out and keeping us focused. Just on in the moment.
You guys seem to get better as a team, but also individually. In practice, do you guys do a lot of individual skill work throughout the year?
Sure. No, we do a lot. We just break down stuff, and then just a matter of whether it's focusing on one thing like rebounding. In our practice tape, the game before we didn't rebound well. We focus on that next practice, or defensively containing the dribble. Just focus on that. So it's just kind of taking maybe what we didn't do well in the last game, and just bringing that to the practice floor.
Casey, you guys finally celebrated after victory, deservedly so. You go into the Final Four, but what's been the focus like? Have you guys refocused now that practice is happening and you're getting ready for North Carolina?
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously we're in the Final Four. It's awesome, but when there's still work left to do. It's the biggest thing. You want to win a national championship at the end of the day. It's one thing to get there to the Final Four, but you want to win. So it doesn't end here. We're obviously excited where we're at, but that there's potentially 2 games left.
It's spring break right now, right? Mm-hmm. So does that kind of suck that people aren't on campus to celebrate with you guys?
Yeah, it is kind of one of those things where it's we got back and there wasn't really anybody here, So yeah, it kind of does in a sense, though. There's no school too, so you got more time to focus on basketball and just kind of relax and really enjoy everything, without the school aspect of it.
Does getting back here and kind of at home for a couple of days help you guys reset a little bit back in your own practice gym?
Yeah, no, definitely. Just be able to regroup and recuperate, kind of get some rest and relax a little bit. It's definitely needed, with how much the grind is this time of the year. So, yeah, to answer your question.
What does Coach Altman say about how you guys match up with North Carolina so far?
When they're obviously playing really well right now, they're big and they rebound really well. That's one of the things that he's harped on is how well they rebound. So everybody's gonna have to rebound, box out, limit them, and just knowing that it's the Final Four, it's gonna be a lot of intensity.
Were you guys watching that Kentucky game, or were you just kind of we'll watch when we know who you're talking about?
Yeah, no, I watched it. I was with a couple of guys were in there too watching it. We were watching it together, but I'm sorry about that. And so yeah, we definitely watched it. Either team we would have played obviously would have been a tough matchup, and so knowing that we got Carolina and they're playing well, and we just got to be ready to go.
Do they remind you of any team in the Pac-12, Casey?
What's that?
Do they remind you of any team in the Pac-12 as far as just their style? I'm sure they're better. But.
Yeah, not necessarily. They're like I said, they're big. So Arizona's big. Obviously, they're kind of similar in that sense. I guess that'd be probably maybe the most comparable team, and off the top of my head.
Casey, how many messages were on your phone when you got home, and any from good friends that you went to high school?
Yeah, no, definitely. Probably 100+ messages, and then a lot of Twitter and Instagram stuff too. Just thankful for all the support and the people that are excited for me. And it's just going to be awesome to be able to go and play in front of them.
Dorsey's playing out of his mind right now. Do you attribute that to anything in particular, and are you maybe as surprised as the rest of us?
No, I mean, we see it all the time. Tyler, he just gets hot, gets in that rhythm. And, he's playing at a really, really high level right now. So it's just been awesome to see him play so well. And just happy for him, and he's been playing extremely well.
What has Jordan Bell done differently since Boucher's injury to make him play at a high level?
I mean, Jordan always brings a ton of it. He's always flying around. It just, amazingly enough, he's picked up even more. I mean, the other day it was somebody made a comparison like it was him and Chris out there. He played. That might have been all around. The best game I've seen him play. Just his energy level. He was all over the place. Every single play. And so I guess maybe just the focus and the energy that he's been bringing.
I think a lot of people expected this matchup with Maui.
Yeah.
And the title game possibly there.
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny how that worked out. Maui just feels like it was so long ago, but no, I mean, it's, pretty cool to be able to have that. And, I think, at the beginning of the year, everybody's kind of expecting that. So we've got the opportunity now and see what we can do with it.
What do you see out of Barry for them? He's been banged up a bit, but as a point guard, kind of a matchup for you.
Yeah, no, he's definitely quick. Can get to the basket, can shoot it. So very good player. Every time I've watched him, and look forward to the matchup, and just gotta get ready for him.
To get this far, any nerves? How are you feeling right now?
I think it's just more excitement than anything. I mean, being in the Final Four is, pretty awesome to think about and stuff. So, just got to relish it, just soak it all up, and, leave it all out there at this point. There's some pressure, but, it's kind of just go out there and leave it all out there. And nobody has really anything to lose. There's only 4 teams remaining, so just go out there and play.
Casey, you got subbed in with about 6 minutes to go against KU. KU was making its run. Did the coach say anything to you, or did anyone on the court say anything to you when you went in about closing it out? Or
no, not necessarily. Just came in to do my job and just do whatever I can to help the team win. And at the end of the day, that was the main thing. Just winning the game.
Were you sitting on the bench thinking, I'm ready to go and I want to stop this run?
Absolutely. No, I think anytime you're on the bench, you're always wanting to get in there and help your teammates out. So yeah, definitely was just staying ready mentally, just focusing and to go out there and finish the game.
Did you ever think about this moment at the beginning of the year, thinking that, hey, there's a chance we could get there and I get a chance to play in front of my friends and family?
Yeah, subconsciously, and obviously you're going through the season, but yeah, to answer your question, you think about the Final Four all the time. I think here, with our team, we knew that was a realistic goal for sure. What we got last year and what we had in the bag, and where we had coming in. So yeah, definitely it was a realistic goal, and it's pretty amazing that it's actually here.
Is there any extra excitement knowing that you get an extra few fans watching you play this time?
No doubt. Wherever it would be, there'd be a ton of excitement. But I think going home, it just makes it that much more special. Be able to play in front of my family obviously would have been there, but friends would be there and stuff. So it just makes it that much more exciting.
So now is it your job to hit the game-winning shot, like hometown hero?
You couldn't have written it any better than that. So hopefully just make plays, help the team win, and just play my best basketball.
I know this year you guys have talked about getting back to the Elite Eight and then winning, and now that you have, how important is it to just not be satisfied with that achievement and focusing on a few more games?
No, very important. We took the next step, but we don't want it to end here. Like I said, it's a feat to make the Final Four, but you want to win a national championship. So definitely not satisfied. Just we're content, but definitely not satisfied.
Casey, do you guys hear the rumors, or not rumors, but pundits and college football or college basketball fans talk about how there's no respect, that you guys shouldn't be here, you weren't good enough to be here. Do you guys listen to that? Do you pay attention to that?
No, we stay within our group, and knowing that we're confident, what we can do, and we don't let the outside voices sway what we think. All year long, people can say what they have their opinions, and everybody's entitled to that. But we knew what our goals were, we knew what we set out to do, and we're just continuing to push towards that.
How have you guys actually been able to do that, though? A week ago, Jordan Bell's not an internet meme blocking the space shuttle. This media group is about half of what it was during the season. It's definitely substantially more than it has ever been for you guys. How have you kind of learned to do that?
I think just kind of staying in the moment, just having fun. not really looking ahead to what's next, but just staying in the moment, doing what we have to do today in practice or whatever game we're playing. So I think that's just the biggest thing, just having fun. At this point, it's just enjoying it.
Is it sort of learning to kind of appreciate things like this as well too? I mean,
yeah, absolutely. No, I think a lot of times you can get caught up in, sorry about that ball was coming. No, a lot of times you can get caught up in, the next thing, or what's in the past. Just staying in the moment, appreciating what's now. I mean, how many people get to experience, playing this far into a tournament, let alone making the NCAA tournament. So, just knowing that we have a great opportunity to be a national championship team.
Coach Altman is pretty, I don't know if laid back's the right word, but a lot of times he comes into press conferences after wins and he doesn't seem that excited. Do you guys see a lot of emotion out of him in the locker room celebrating, like if you won a national championship? Is he gonna have to dance in front of the crowd?
He did dance last year when we won the Pac-12 championship, so there was that. But definitely he.
How are his moves?
I mean, there's videos. You can see him. I won't say anything. No, definitely. I mean, it depends on the game. I mean, there's times where he's fired up. He's been fired up and stuff. But you can't. I think it's one of those things you can't get too high after winning, too low after a loss. So right now, obviously, there's still work left to be done. And while you enjoy it, the night is you got to get ready for the next game.
Casey, what's Coach's game like on the court? I mean, we just read a story that he helps out with the scout team. Can you just describe what he's like on the court?
No, Coach gets out there. He's usually the scout team point guard, so he's running the show for the other team. No, but it's nice to have him out there and see the other coaches. Just it just makes you that much more engaged. Just kind of walking through it and teaching it. Being both the coach and players, so it just keeps you engaged and focused. So he got a little bit of a stroke, so he had that little bit of a temper.
Casey, against Kansas, you guys were able to draw last year's loss to Oklahoma. No one's ever been to the Final Four on this team before, including your head coach. I know he's reached out to some fellow coaches of his. What's he said to you guys about how to prepare for the Final Four?
I mean, just keeping it as normal as possible. Kind of the format doesn't change. Just because we're at a higher stage, maybe doesn't necessarily mean anything different. Just keeping it what we've been doing. I think it's been working. However long we've been playing now. So that's the biggest thing. Just not doing anything different.
Casey, how much say do your teammates or you have in the choice of uniforms? And unlike the football team in the national championship never wore green, the school colors.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that we can see the school colors in this game?
I sure hope so. We don't get much say in it. It's just kind of they set it out for us and we wear it. But no, I mean we definitely, obviously, I think players have their different ones that they like better. But whatever they set out for us, we'll wear. It's about playing the game. I think sometimes people get caught up in the uniforms. So
nice uniforms in the winning of Kansas.
Absolutely.
We're wearing green on Saturday. I can confirm that.
Okay.
Great.
Well, that's news to me too. So.
Thanks, Casey.
Thanks, Casey.
Thanks, guys.